大事な人を助けたいって気持ち、私にもよくわかるから。
君たち、俺は絶対に守る。
大事な人を助けたいって気持ち、私にもよくわかるから。
君たち、俺は絶対に守る。君たちは俺が絶対に守るから。
Good afternoon, everybody. It's time for more AOV action at the Kaisaya Community Cup. We are now at day number 9, and this is going to be a whole lot more of the AOV action that we love. I will be your host and caster for today, Izaq. Joining me on the caster's desk is none other than KazeeB. How are you today, KazeeB?
I'm doing great, Izaq. I'm so excited for this matchup. Yesterday, I think we casted both one game for both these teams. So let's see what kind of strategies and plays they're gonna show us today.
Oh yeah. I'm really excited for this. MVP Wonder looked really dominant yesterday. Mama Muda was the exact same thing. So with them going up against each other in this game, it's gonna be really intense. That's what I could possibly say about it. But before anything else, we would like to express our deepest thanks to the major sponsors of this event. A big thank you to Garena AOV Indonesia, to Satis Philippines, to Richard Tyers from Scotland, S-Rank Gaming, Arthelian Gaming as well. For all of these sponsors, you guys have made it possible and made this community along with this event successful. Thank you very much. As we head into the picks and the bans here, Malok already picked up by the side of Mama Muda. MVP Wonder going with a Zip and a Raz. KazeeB, what do you think about that?
Well, for both teams, I'm thinking for the side of Mama Muda, I get the priority on the Malok because he's very adjustable in terms of team lineup. But for the side of MVP Wonder, the fact that they were able to secure that Zip who can delay the opponent's jungle very easily and save his team members as well from team crashes, I think it's also a good pick along with that Raz that has a lot of poke damage and is currently in the meta for mid picks.
Oh yeah, and I'm really interested in this Superman pick. Knowing that Liliana is a mid laner, that only means that this is most likely going to be a Superman in the Slayer lane. Or it could be something else. There we go. So that means it's the support Malok and Omen in the Slayer lane. Do you think that's a good idea? I mean, Omen is great with the ult catching one out, and the shock, of course, along with Liliana's combos could be really devastating. But going up against Zip, that could enable heroes like Raz and Vayne, is this a smart idea?
Well, apart from what you mentioned, I think the struggle with picking an Omen this early in the ban and pick phasing, I think it's gonna be countered easily. Our MVP Wonder team doesn't have a DS laner yet, and I'm sure they're going to pick a direct counter to Omen, maybe like a Roxy or something.
Oh yeah. However, they decided to go with a third pick pay. So now that we're in the bans here, Rourke is banned out, knowing that Mama Muda does not have a jungler just yet. They're banning out the Richter here, which is pretty interesting. They could potentially ban out the Roxy as well, second phase, so that Omen does not have a clear counter. But let's see what they're going to be banning out. I like the Pain pick though. If this is a jungle Pain, and they're really going to put Raz in the mid lane, then that only means the damage output from Pain and the ability for him to come online faster is going to be huge coming into team fights, knowing that this Liliana might have a hard time ramping up while going up against the Raz. But they're banning out Laville, so they're leaving the Roxy open.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Well, we're seeing a current hover on the Superman for the side of MVP Wonder. But they choose Hayate. Nice. We were just talking about this a while ago. About the Hayate being buffed right now. So I think with their lineup, it will really work because he's very mobile and he has true damage as well.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be really interesting. I like the Hayate pick, knowing that Omen and Malok are gonna be throwing out those skills. Right after that, a follow-up with a Kunai Blitz from the opponent's side could change the game really well. But Suya here on the side of Mamamoon are gonna be securing that Caphany, and they're eyeing a jungle finish. Now with a double marksman comp and two tanky heroes, looks like their team fight is going to be really scary. A follow-up stun from Liliana could be really, really devastating as well. But they changed the finish pick and might just go with the Nakroth instead. Is the Nakroth pick good against the Pain?
Well, I think he has a lot of potential as a jungler, the Nakroth. But I think it's gonna be difficult for him to catch the Pain as well as the Hayate. So it will really be how he will enter and exit team matches, if he will be efficient in the lineup or not.
Yep. I agree with that completely. It's all going to depend now on what they pick for the bottom lane here on the side of MVP Wonder. They could still go with a Superman, which would be really interesting. But I don't know about picking Superman against an Omen, because you're going to be locked in for a couple of seconds. They're still going to go for it though. Now, with both teams picking up their respective heroes for this game, KazeeB, what's the bold prediction? Who is taking this game?
Well, for me, I like the lineup from MVP Wonder, although I'm not a fan of the Superman pick. And on the other side, I also like their comp. It's just that I find Malok a little too... he can't do anything in terms of assisting his teammates, like he doesn't have a knockup or a stun. So I'd have to go with the MVP Wonder side.
Yeah, they're lacking quite the crowd control unless their ults connect. The only reliable stun here is going to be coming in from the Liliana, which isn't exactly a long stun. So they need to be able to follow up really well. The only problem that I'm looking at right now for MVP Wonder is that they're using heroes that require a high level of skill. So you might need a picture perfect scenario to make it work, or you might really need to play hard just so you could make these heroes all work together. But, going with their picks, I'm going to have to agree with you. MVP Wonder still has this. I don't know about the impact that a Caphany and the Liliana could do against a very mobile comp from MVP Wonder. But we're going to have to wait and see as we head into the battlefield here. This is going to be Mama Muda on the blue side as they go up against MVP Wonder on the red side. We are now here in the battlefield. Let's see what happens as both teams start it up. Who has the better early game here, KZ?
Well, in terms of early game, I'd have to say maybe our Mama Muda, just because most of their heroes can really set early, and with the Malok as their support, that shock will help start team fights for him and his team.
I'm really interested now on what this Malok will be doing. Looks like there's going to be a rotation in the bot side. MVP San thinking about just backing off, knowing that there are going to be 3 members here. They're going to back off for a moment and just immediately clear the Vision Seagull here. Meanwhile, on the top side of the map, Copycat is clearing out the waves, making sure that his caps are going to his side. Superman still having a good time here. Omen is still busy rotating in to help out the Liliana clear the waves, making sure that the control is on their side of the map. There is an immediate flicker coming in from Heisto, so that Raz does not have that flicker for a couple of seconds. So far on the map, it's still really chill. Who could possibly make the first move here, KazeeB?
Well, for me, right now it's very passive. I'm not sure why the Zip isn't doing what normal Zips do early game. It's more on focusing on delaying the enemy jungler, but he's more providing vision for his team. But I'm guessing both of them just want to respect each other's team comp and try to rotate the map and try to engage in the best team fights they can possibly be in.
Oh, there might be a fight here. Copycat is going to be diving in. They're going to try to steal that, but no, that's a lot of damage. That is the knockoff immediately going down. Now it's the Omen trying to run, but a quick stun, a pushback. It's going to be a flicker away. It's not enough, but the ult is coming in, and Copycat takes down, gets a double. That is going to be big for the side of MVP Wonder to start this game with a 2-minute mark coming in. That means this Abyssal Dragon is now ready for the taking.
Yeah, and what happened there was our MVP Wonder team was really in a great position. They hid in the right bushes and were able to turn around an attempted take in our Spirit Sentinel there. That's why they struggled a little bit for the side of the Nakroth and the Omen. So we do get the first Abyssal Dragon. Oh my gosh!
Oh god, no, that was a big counter. That Kunai Blitz was countered immediately, and just as they got that Abyssal Dragon, they back off with a kill on that Omen. That is a very big deal if you're on the side of MVP Wonder right now. Superman is still caught out here in the middle. He's gonna try to run away from this Omen, but the hook back is gonna come in. It's gonna secure that kill. Zip is not gonna connect that stun, but there's gonna be a flicker in coming in from the Raz. The knockup is there, and the ult will pop, taking down that Omen. And with the Omen down, it's 2 to 4, 3 minutes in. The fight's not over yet though. Rise is gonna be there playing around with the Malok, but they will back off now that kills are gonna be secured by both of these teams. The advantage, however, is not too clear aside from the kill lead, because both teams are still very equal in terms of gold.
It's very early in the game. I'm not sure as to how our Mama Muda team is really trying to equal gold right now, but it's not really too late for them. They have a lot of ways to come back from this. But our MVP Wonder team, their rotations are so on point right now. It's kind of hard to stop the momentum, but this is what our Mama Muda team really needs to do: break the momentum.
Yep. And while they try to break that momentum here, 4 members of MVP already moving to the top side. Dakron's gonna try to run, but the Superman pushes them back in, and now they're all in the fight here. Zip is not gonna be able to save the Superman though, and now Mama Muda might be able to turn this around. That big bang ball is gonna connect in. It's not gonna be enough to deal any damage though, but Copycat still playing around, popping that Arctic Orb. He's gonna be able to back off, or is he? Because the Malok is headed for the chase. They're not going to be able to get any kills here for the side of Mama Muda though. But now, here comes another follow-up coming in from Mama Muda. That is one going down. Zip is going to try to run and save that Raz. This Liliana is on that chase. They're not gonna get out. The shock is a little too late, and the Superman shuts down that Liliana. Malok is gonna go down as well, but with the Nakra swooping in, even the Raz will fall, and that will be a 2-for-2 trade. Actually a 3-for-2, because Pain died earlier in the fight. It's not over just yet though, because bottom side of the map, Caffany was able to take down the Hayate, and this Caffany is now going to be able to take down the Abyssal Dragon by herself. With the gold lead now favoring Mama Muda, they're in a very good position right now.
Yeah, I agree with you there. And we do see that our Superman's been caught by the Omen, and I'm not sure if he's gonna survive this onslaught from Mama Muda, but what a nice flicker in by the Raz using his ultimate to push to the tower, and he secures the kill.
Oh, I don't think it's over yet though, because this pain is gonna bring the pain to the Malok. The cleave is not gonna connect. Copycat is gonna be able to finish this Malok down with 1 kill on the Malok so far. That's 3 deaths in total. But at 6 minutes without the Malok for another 10 seconds, that only means that Mama Muda can continue pressuring this top side. Copycat though is gonna be going to this mid lane instead and try to push that. And still, the bot lane, they're just farming.
Yeah, well, for marksmen, I think it's really important that they do stay farmed. That's because they are what their team will rely on for mid to late game damage. We do see that our knockout is able to spot out that Zip, but he's very low, so he'll head back. But we do see our Caffany. I think she's winning her lane right now, and there's so many people here to help her. I'm thinking our Mama Muda team's rotating at a better pace than our MVP Wonder team, and that's why they're struggling a little bit in terms of objectives.
Yeah, and I don't feel the impact of Zip as much compared to other Zip players. I feel like Rise could do a lot better here. It wasn't a lot of pressure being put on that Nacross, but a fight might break out here. Zip is going to try to save his teammates. The roll away is going to be enough to save that Superman and get out just fine. Nacross, though, thinking twice, might be able to dive under the tower, but he's not going to be able to. Tsuyu is going to come into the mid lane, clearing this wave along with the Liliana and the Malok. They're going to shove that, get control of the waves here, and now they're eyeing this Abyssal Dragon in the bot side of the map.
Yes, and this is really what they need to be doing right now. They have the momentum shifted already, which is what I already asked you, which I already mentioned a while ago. They really needed to have the momentum shift to them, and they successfully do. They even get a tower here in the bot lane, but with the sacrifice of the lives of our Malok here.
Still, and Malok going down and the tower going down are 2 completely different things. Meanwhile, on the top side of the map, though, that is gonna be Omen going down for the side of Mama Muda. So far, in terms of towers, it is Mama Muda taking a very firm lead, but that might change in a moment because Superman and Pain are there to take the top lane tower, but a kill is gonna be taken by the Nacross. He's gonna try to outplay the Superman, trying to run, getting pushed back, but here comes the Ravs with a follow, a shutdown for that Superman, and this Nacross will go down. Tsuyu, though, still doing quick work, making sure that he gets that tower. The Kunai Blitz gonna be committed. Here comes the rest of MVP. They answer back and take down that Caffany.
That was very smart for their team. Now I'm really feeling the Zip right now. I agree with you early in the game. I was really expecting a lot from the Zip to set for his team, delay the jungles, but now we really see he's a little bit online now. He's using his skills appropriately so that the momentum shifts a little bit on the side of MVP Wonder.
Yep. Most of the control now is still gonna be on MVP Wonder, but in terms of gold, Mama Muda still taking the cake at this point. Omen is going to be trying to push this top lane. Nacross is still clearing this bottom side. Zip might come in, try to steal the Might Golem, gets a steal that it needs. That is going to be really big to delay the Nacross. Nacross, though, might still be able to get this, but Copycat is thinking other things. Going to be stealing that Might Golem away. With Nacross not having that buff, that means a slightly better advantage here for that Pain.
Yeah, and we did see that's what we've been waiting for the Zip, delaying the jungler, eating up the buffs, so that our Nacross doesn't get any of additional help on terms of his power spike. But we do see that the Zip is still very aggressive here. They do get the Abyssal Dragon from the side of Mama Muda, but this team fight it's just 5v5 right now, but it's going in favor of MVP Wonder. Wow. And the Omen, only the Omen and the Caffany survived, but Caffany had to use her Endless Cycle actually.
That was huge coming in from MVP. They got the big fight. Although that Abyssal Dragon was secured by the Gaffney, they got 3 kills in return and were able to answer back with 2 towers being taken. So all in all, it's 3 towers now in favor of MVP. Mama Muda are gonna need to try to think of another one here because that kunai blitz earlier in the fight was just a thing of beauty. Able to hit so much, deal so much damage, and essentially turn the fight around into their favor, even if Mama Muda was able to get that Abyssal Dragon.
Yeah, that fight quickly turned in favor of MVP Wonder. I think it was the Zip really who used his ultimate very well in that clash. He used it to be super aggressive and kind of knock up the Mama Muda side, which kind of raffled up their take in the Abyssal Dragon. They didn't expect that clash to come. And that kunai blitz from the Hayate secures the map as well. The Backrot enters into 5 members of MVP Wonder. I don't know why that was, but our team gets a kill on the Gaffney as well. And his ultimate to just keep on being aggressive to Mama Muda. And our momentum has now shifted really in favor of MVP Wonder right now.
MVP playing like gods right now, doing what they can to just completely outplay, but Copycat might be thinking about diving under the tower, uses that ult to back off, but a kill, a legendary streak coming in from the Hayate, another will fall. It's gonna be that tower being taken out, and now it's 9 to 21 kills, 12 minutes on the clock. This is MVP Wonder doing absolute wonders with their heroes right now. They could go for a Dark Slayer right after that tower take. And with Mama Muda reeling from that onslaught, they're going to need to back off, rethink their strategy, and drag this game out. Gaffney is nowhere near peak form yet, but that Arctic Orb could be a game changer for Gaffney to stay alive in a big team fight that could end the game. However, Rise doing what he can to just zone out the opponents. This Dark Slayer hasn't been started yet, but I feel like they know that they could potentially get this since the position of Mama Muda are heavily towards the bottom side of the map. Superman though, rotating around, a good steal from Unbuff here, coming in from the Raz, getting it yet again. 13 minutes now, 6 towers being taken by the side of MVP Wonder. They're gonna take this Abyssal Dragon first, and that will give them their second of the game. The rest of Mama Muda though, now thinking of this top side, Superman might get caught out here, but no, they're gonna back off for now. Oh, this might be bad though. Kunai Blitz already committed onto the Malok. That is gonna be Malok down. The Omen ult is going to connect onto the Superman, but the rest of MVP Wonder are ready for a fight. Now it's gonna be Gaffney being taken down by the Hayate yet again. The shield from the Zip keeps this Hayate alive, and with 2 dead for the side of Mama Muda, they're gonna need to back off. They're gonna need to think a better kind of strategy, because at this point, it's all MVP Wonder taking this Dark Slayer now. They might be able to do it, but the Dark Slayer shuts down the Hayate. A steal coming from the Dakroth. He tries. It's a 3v1. It's not gonna be enough. That is Pain taking down the Nakroth of Mama Muda, and with death timers now reaching the 40-second mark, they need to be more careful, because one big death could mean the end of Mama Muda right now.
Yeah, a lot of clashes have really gone in favor of MVP Wonder, and I feel like it's because the Nakroth, there were a lot of times that he'd enter into too many members of MVP Wonder that he thought he could have escaped using his the combo of his skills, but it just didn't work out the way he planned it to. Plus, we're getting a little bit more aggression from the Zip, which is what we were looking for initially in this game. And we do see that the Malok used his shock there. That's unfortunate because it's gonna have a pretty long timer. We do see our Nakroth struggling right now, which is because he can't even get to any of his buffs. And we know a Nakroth with no buff, especially the blue buff, he's gonna have difficult time in executing any of his skills. We do see a gank onto for Hayate, but Hayate's still very alive here, using the kunai bits to turn around this team fight. Right now with the rest of his members of MVP. Oh my gosh, that really went in favor of MVP there. And
What a
the
save!
Superman really zoning out, doing his work, doing the best for his team, and the poke damage from the rest and the Hayat is just too much for Mama Muda to handle right now. I'm not sure if we will see a tower lock for the side of MVP Wonder, but we do, and they do secure the win.
Man, oh man, MVP Wonder, and I gotta say, it was a slow start for that Zip, but when the ball started rolling, it was Zip all the way with the save, with the stun, with the shield. Everything was being provided by the Zip, allowing this Hayate to just get an MVP performance. 12-2-4, 12,000 gold, 12.6 on that KDA. San on the Hayate was just absolutely scary to watch. And with the team comp coming in from Mama Muda just falling apart at the seams towards the mid game, they just couldn't find a way to enable the Malok, and things went south really quick.
I agree with you. And also, you know, honestly, I think I know. Weirdly enough, I just noticed that the Zip from MVPs actually has a tag on him. I think it's servers. It's not servers best, but he's a best in the region, I guess. But unfortunately, I think he's not that efficient in terms of using the Zip. But with the way he became so aggressive in mid game to late game, it really set the tone for his team.
Yeah, I feel like that was part of the plan. Like, there's no need for us to really bother the Nakros too much. We don't really need to force the team fight. So let's just chill out for a moment, and then once it's go time, we're all just gonna keep going. And that's exactly what they did. That Zip was just an absolute beast in that game. But with that wrapping up for the first game of the series, we're going to be taking a quick break here as we see the next series between Team Avengers going up against All-Star. Don't go anywhere, boys and girls. We will be back after this short.
「大事な人を助けたいって気持ち私にもよくわかるから」行くわよ終わりよ耐えた待ちなさい遅い今 trying? And how will we ever see if we're meant to be? It's terrifying. It's terrifying. That we're meant to be. We're meant to be. That we're meant to be. We're meant to be. How will we ever know if the love will ever grow without trying? Without trying. That was a close call. And heaven's will.
Run on hammer time.
The wind holds all the secrets.
I am heaven's will.
We are back for another very action-packed Kaisaya Community Cup. We're at day number 9, and now we're into the second series here after a very spicy first game coming in from Mama Muda and MVP Wonder. MVP Wonder taking that game, but this time we're going to be watching Team Avengers as they go up against a really nice team name, All-Star. KazeeB, what do you think about this series?
I'm very excited for this actually. I know both of these teams are very good, and I'm sure they're gonna show us some really intense team clashes later.
Oh yeah, I recognize most of the names here, and I know these are really good players coming in from the Philippines. This is gonna be an all-Philippine team going up against each other right now. So, but of course, before we talk about the drafts here, just like to remind the viewers right now, please don't forget to check out the pinned comments below. You're going to be seeing a 500 voucher giveaway, and all you have to do is type !notify in the live chat and share the live stream publicly on your wall with the hashtag KCCAOV. Please don't forget the hashtag when you share this stream, and of course, don't forget to type notify just to make sure you qualify for this giveaway. But now looking back at this pick and ban session right now, looks like Ironic is going to be able to pick up the Elandor, while Jingsu going with a Raz pick. Let's see what Pro A thinks of picking out, but based on the bans here, we haven't seen a really deadly Elaine pick just yet over the course of the KCC so far. So do you think that this Elaine ban is understandable, KazeeB?
Well, in my opinion, I'm not really a fan of the Elaine in terms of 5v5 fights. he's viable as a DS laner, yes, but what he can contribute in terms of a 5v5, it's not that big, not that great in my opinion. But it really depends on the player. Maybe it's a respect ban. Maybe they know someone from AVG that their DS laner knows how to use him very efficiently. So maybe it's a respect ban in my opinion.
Possible. I mean, against a coordinated team would be hard to make an lane work, but if it's anything that it seems to do, most likely either All-Star or AVG could actually make an lane pick work. But right now, it's going to be an Ata and an Aram being picked up by All-Stars here. AVG still thinking about their third pick, but they're going to be able to secure a Florentino here along with the Raz. What do you think about this combo?
Well, the Raz, I think, is one of the best mid laners right now in the meta. Plus, since he's a very heavy poke damage dealer, he can actually get a lot of damage onto the Elendor, even though he's very mobile. He just needs to aim at the right place at the right time. But as for the Florentino pick, I already mentioned in the earlier game, I'm not a fan of teams that really prioritize DS laners way too early in ban and pick space, because it's easy for them to be countered. But let's see, because in Taiwan, I think, or Thailand server, some people use Florentino for mid. Weird or something, I don't know. I don't know if I'm making up something.
I want to see that. If that's actually gonna be done by AVG, that's something I'd want to see. But with the Raz being picked up, I don't think they're gonna be putting Raz in the DS lane, though. Not against Ata, at least. I feel like Ata is gonna be really scary in the DS lane. So with Florentino and Ata matching up against each other while they're still batting here, who do you think has the more favorable matchup here? Is it gonna be Ata winning that DS lane, or can the Florentino still be considered God?
Well, for me, early game, I think I have to give it to the Florentino, because with just his first two skills, he has a lot of combos that can really burst down heroes. But once our Ata gets his ultimate, he might have a difficult time escaping the ultimate that Ata has. Plus, I think our all-star team is really focusing on more of an overall comp that can complement each other in a 5v5 rather than a 4v5, and then they have their split laner DS. I think that's what they're focusing on.
Yeah, it makes sense as well. It's gonna be a Zata being banned out here along with a Richter for AVG. All-Stars, though, still thinking about their final ban. They already got rid of the Fennec. So looks like they're gonna need to think of a completely different marksman for this day. Laville is still open, though.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Laville is open. They could go with a Hayate. I want to see a Yord. Might not work. Might be great, but who knows? I mean, how creative we could get in the AOV community. We might be able to see that, but I guess the safest pick could either be a Caffney or a Laville. Well, Vixel, hovering over Yord. A little tease. Is it going to be a Yord? I don't want to see that, but in terms of the meta right now, I'm going to have to agree with you, KazeeB. Elandor and Laville are just really scary marksmen. And if it's going to be an Elandor-Laville matchup, that's going to be really nice. What do you think about that kind of matchup? Do you think it's any good?
It's gonna be good, but it will always just depend on the player, how they maximize their map control and their positioning around the bushes, and who's gonna be on top. But I really have this huge feeling that AVG is gonna go for a marksman jungle.
They're gonna be picking up the Lanas. So this is one of those Vix heroes that are just really devastating. I've seen this Hayate in the past, and I've been amazed by this guy on what he could do on marksman. The Lanas could still have a double marksman comp, but they're gonna lack attack. So they're probably just gonna play fast, play around. With a net being around to protect this Lanas, I feel like it's gonna be really good as well. But it's gonna be a Flash and a Wonder Woman being picked up here for the side of All Stars. They've got a lot of tanky heroes to really support Elandor. and possibly even follow up from the flash just diving in. And there we go. Just like what you mentioned, Casey. Slim's gonna be the final pick for the side of AVG. It's a double marksman comp. Lots of ability coming in from them. Who do you think wins this game?
Well, for me, if it does reach mid to late, it's really gonna be in favor of AVG because the damage from both the Telanas and Slims are gonna be super insane once they get their items built. But for
Wait,
the
what?
side of All Stars, they
Wait,
do
what?
still have a yeah.
Wait, what? Casey, are you seeing that? 4 people with punish?
Oh, are they really on Retribution, all of them? 4 of
Looks
them?
like it. Yeah, looks like it. 4
I
people
think it's a
are gonna
strategy.
be using. Oh my god! You know, if they pull this off, I am gonna be really, really impressed. It's gonna be really scary now to be a jungler. We know that Slims is notorious to just really need to scale, and if they're gonna play super aggressive and steal all the camps away from Slims, Slims is not gonna have a good time and probably won't be online until the very, very late game. This is a 4 punish comp with 1 heal on Holden, just because it's an Aram support, of course. But with 4 with punish, is this viable, Casey?
I'm not so sure because I've never seen this kind of comp before. I'm not sure if they just forgot to change their skills or is it a bug in the game.
No, I
'cause-
saw them change it last minute.
Really? So I guess it
Like
really
3
is their
seconds
strategy.
left, all of them changed. Yeah. Well, you know, this is gonna be really interesting, Casey. All Stars on the blue side pulling up a 4 punish comp, while we have AVG on the red side. We're gonna be seeing possibly a very, very interesting game here. But so far, no one's gonna be taking control yet. But there is already an aggressive invade coming in from Holden and Ironic here. They would most likely be able to just secure this blue buff. I don't think Talana's gonna think about contesting it. They're gonna take that away from the Slims. Meanwhile, the top side though, there is already a dive on top of Resilience. They might be able to kill off the Tela here. A little too aggressive, and that is gonna be AVG punishing All-Star for Ata invading. Meanwhile though, Wonder Woman clearing the camps here in the top side of the map, while Elandor, along with the Telanas, just doing their usual laning duel here. Spinks gonna be forced to back away, and 3 members now might catch out the Aram, but nope, they're just gonna completely ignore him. Throw out a stun just in case.
Yeah, unfortunately, I did see that. Oh my gosh, they caught the Aram, but she's a little tanky. But the Telana's burst damage really doing wonders for AVG, and they get another kill onto her. I think we're gonna see another engagement here on the bot lane as well.
Yeah, HPM
Oh my
is gonna
God,
be
that
caught out there with the
stun
stun.
them.
That's another punish. That is going to be a 3-0 now in favor of AVG. This 4 punish comp is not working out so far for the side of All Stars. They're gonna try to clear out the waves here in the mid lane, but with the tri lane, they might just be able to pressure and bully out Spinks here. So it's 3 heroes rotating around the map, while the 2 side laners just happily farm. Outlaw is having a good time top side against the Ata. The Tela's not really pressuring enough. They're gonna be able to clear out the Spirit Sentinel here for the side of AVG, just as this Abyssal Dragon spawns. But there will be a pause.
Yeah, there's a pause right now. I do see the efficiency of what they did in early game with their 4 retributions on 4 punishes in the side of All Stars, but in my opinion, I think they're just gonna struggle with it after this first wave, because their heroes won't have much ways to like either get away from team fights or be aggressive, in a sense, if they don't have certain skills like sprint or flicker to help them in that type of match up. But we have to see if they're gonna try to use it even more efficiently now, but they're a little bit delayed right now.
Yep. This is AVG just playing it really smart, making sure the Slims is still gonna be able to scale. They're protecting the jungle pretty well here. which is negating a lot of the aggression that All-Stars should be doing against this Slim. And so far, it's going to be a 1k gold lead in favor of AVG. The Abyssal Dragon has not been started yet, it's just been pulled. But there's going to be a stun here by Pro A. No further follow-up, but 8 PM might just be starting the Abyssal Dragon here along with the rest of All-Star. Annette is on the side along with the Raz. They're going to try to deal some poke damage onto Holden, but they might catch out Vix here on the side. The line is going to be forced back. The Arrow of Chaos is going to connect only to the gap. Here comes the punish. Here comes the damage. Raz is going to be able to take it out. Vix is popping that ult. It's not going to connect onto anyone. 8 PM is now caught in no man's land. They're going to try to run away. AVG are on the chase, and they will take down 3 members on the side of All-Stars. And now AVG are looking like All-Stars as they have a 7-0 lead in terms of kills. A lot of gold in their pockets, and they're still going for a push here in the bot side. That stun from the Slims though, it's not going to connect onto the Flash. It's going to be able to force them back from the push though. But when Flash is backing away towards this mid lane because it's Vix pressuring that mid, that easily opens up the bot side, and a tower is going to be taken by Slims along with AVG before another pod. Oh, cancel pod.
I don't know if they just...
Oh man, this is the final pause coming in from All-Stars. That is the Ata being taken out topside by Outlaw as well. That was a solo kill. And right now, nobody on the side of All-Stars has been able to take a kill, but that might change in the moment because Vix is going to be going down. The Aram gets that kill. 8 PM, thinking about following up onto the Slims, but backs off instead and goes to another target. Now it's Pro A gonna try to run, but Resilience is there with the free hits, doing the damage, doing the stun, doing everything right now for AVG. Taking out 1, 2, and they are gone with just 1 kill being secured by the All-Stars. AVG are running away with this. Another stun connecting onto Ironic. That is a bloodbath on the hero they need to shut down. 5-0 and 5 for Resilience, and it's only 4 minutes and 45 on the clock right now. All-Stars have got to be scratching their heads on this one because their 4 punish strat is just clearly not working.
Yeah, I'm thinking they are also struggling a lot in terms of getting to the right place at the right time. They're always delayed, like they engage in really aggressive team fights, but they're not even complete. And we do see that we got a stun from the Slims and the damage from the Todolist, and the Slims are just too much for him to handle. Our Flash dies and our Aram as well. Trying to set something here, but our Wonder Woman now just by herself. We see that the Elantar has just arrived here to help his team, but he was automatically deleted from the map because of that Raz combo. And it just leaves our Wonder Woman all alone to defend this mid-tier tower. That really went bad for All-Star there. They keep trying to engage in team fights that they can't really win at this moment. There's a staggering 6.8k gold lead right now, and if they engage team fights, it's gonna be difficult for them to survive, which what happened to our Flash. Over there, he tried to clear the waves, but with the poke damage and burst damage coming from the Raz and the Talanis, it's just too much for him to handle.
This is devastating to watch right now. All-Stars are trying everything they can, but it's just way too much. 17 kills already secured by the side of AVG. Outlaw is just dancing around on this Ata. Ata is going to be going down, and it's 2-18 in terms of kills, and it's not even time for this Darkslayer to spawn yet. Darkslayer isn't gonna spawn until the 7-minute mark, but now Sphinx already forced to pop that ult. That flower attack is not going to connect on the Flash. They will be able to survive for now, but AVG are controlling all of the map at this point. Raz is trying to just pressure this Elandor. Vix is there, popping that Arrow of Chaos, not going to connect, but here comes the Wonder Woman diving in. The follow-up is going to come in here from the side of the All-Stars, but Annette is there to make the zone. Holden is going to be taken out, and all-stop by the Florentino. 8 PM is also going to go down. The stun from the Slims is not going to connect, but that is already 3 dead for the side of the All-Stars. Nutella is going to be all that's left to defend this. The Flash is trying to defend as much as possible, but the Talon's also gonna go down. Spinks, what can you do? The stun will not connect onto the Slims, but with 4 members dead, this tornado, can this be the key? No, it will not. It's gonna be all 5 members dead, and it's just way too late. AVG just dominate this game and take out the All-Stars. Woo!
Yeah, that was really intense. That was really, really intense. The morale just didn't drop down. The momentum was just with AVG since the start of the match. Yeah, it was kind of really confusing for us because we didn't know had in their type of setup with the 4 punish on their side. But after the first wave of farm, they just really struggled to maximize the use of their 4 punishes already. And AVG just didn't stop. They just did exactly what you'd expect from this type of comp. Rotate fast, be objective wise, and just keep pushing at the right moments. Don't engage in fights you can lose, which is what All-Star did most of the time.
Yeah, they don't even have a tank. They were just playing using the strengths of their heroes. They had the crowd control, they had the damage, they were running around way too fast, and it was forcing All-Stars to react repetitively during the fights, and it was just an absolute routing coming in from AVG. But with that being said, that is going to be the second game of this day, being down for the count. We're going to be watching CNC Glory go up against ArchAngel SilverBullet in just a moment, but we're going to take the short break. Please don't go anywhere, boys and girls. We will be right back.
はじめまして。私はアスナ。そしてこっちが。
どうも、キリトです。
今日から私たちしばらくの間新しいゲームにインすることになったの。
どんな世界なんだろうな。
今回のゲームはチームワークが重要なポイントになるのよね。
ああ、チームワークか。
あ、ソロプレイヤーのキリトくん。今ハードルが高いかもって思ってるでしょう。
バレたか。確かにチームワーク重視のゲームって慣れてないから。
安心して。そのために私がいるんでしょ。キリトくん、一緒に頑張りましょう。
ああ、ありがとうアスナ。このゲームはとても有名でプレイヤーもたくさんいるって聞いてるからがぜん腕が鳴るぜ。
そうだね。それじゃあ早速ログインしてみよう。
ああ、リンクスタート。
一緒に戦う仲間もいるよ。
よし、行くぞ。
大事な人を助けたいって気持ち、私にもよくわかるから。
君たち、俺が絶対に守る。 君たちは俺が絶対に守るから。ギャッ
大事な人を助けたいって気持ち、私にもよくわかるから。行くわよ。終わりよ。
are back for the third game of the evening here at the Kaisaya Community Cup, day number 9. This time, we are going to be seeing ArchAngel SilverBullet on the blue side as they go up against CNC Glory on the red side. Joining me on the caster's desk is going to be KazeeB. Kaze, what are we expecting for this series?
Well, for me, actually, I've already casted the previous game of ArchAngel SilverBullet. This team is very, very good. I haven't seen CNC yet, but I'm expecting very good team fights.
Oh, yeah. I'm hoping for a really, really good one. We had a pretty lopsided match earlier when it was AVG and All-Stars, but with 2 Indonesian teams here, it might be really interesting to see. CNC Glory, I feel like I've played with some of the players in the past. They were really scary. I was destroyed. So I'm expecting a lot from TNC. This is the first time I've heard from ArchAngel SilverBullet though, so I'm really curious how they would actually play. But so far, we're still waiting on 2 more players for the side of ArchAngel. So for now, we'd like to have express our deepest thanks to the major sponsors of the Kaisaya Community Cup. We have Garena AOV Indonesia, Satis Philippines, Richard Tyers from Scotland, S-Rank Gaming, and Arthelian Gaming. A big thank you to these major sponsors for providing and making sure that the Kaisaya Community Cup is successful. And of course, for the viewers watching right now, please don't forget to check out the giveaway in the pinned comment for the stream. All you have to do is type !notify in the live chat and share the live stream publicly with the hashtag KCCAOV, just so you guys could be qualified to win 500 AOV vouchers here in our server. But while this is all happening right now, looks like both teams are going to be ready in just a moment. We just need to wait for one more. So for now, let's go on ahead and discuss the possible pick that these 2 teams could be pulling off. Are we going to be expecting a Izaq coming in from the bands? What do you think, KazeeB?
Well, yeah, for me, most Indonesian teams I've seen in tournaments, they really prioritize the Izaq and the Zip for their bans. I think they both know, they all know that it's very difficult to go against a mid laner that can really build a good set for their team and has a lot of escape capabilities and mobility as well. And for the Zip as well, you know, we've seen it in previous matches how he can delay intense team clashes and contribute to the delay of the enemy jungler as well.
There we go. Let's see. I want to see some more Izaq. I haven't really seen much at the KCC because usually it would be banned out, or a hero doesn't actually feel comfortable enough in actually picking it up. But first ban for the side of ArchAngel is gonna be that Florentino. Let's see what CNC try to pick up here. They could go for a ban on the Laville or the Landor, possibly a Zip ban as well. I mean, we saw a Zip play really, really well just earlier in the day, so I wouldn't even be surprised if that's banned. But instead, CNC Glory gonna be taking out that Catholic.
Yeah, and I think it's more of respect ban since these are both Indonesian teams. I'm pretty sure they may know each other, so they know each other's like best pick, comfort picks. So I'm pretty sure both the first 2 bans in this game are both respect bans per se.
Yeah, that's a possibility. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they regularly play against each other. The Zip though, just like I mentioned earlier, is going to be taken out by ArchAngel here. 25 seconds on the clock before CNC try to ban something else out, and there we go. I wanted to see a Izaq, but looks like they're going to ban it out. There, no Izaq, but that only means the Elandor along with the Laville are going to be opened up here. This could be a first pick Elandor coming in from ArchAngel. Question is,
So,
they actually going to
yeah.
do it? They have a lot of time though. They could still think. I mean, Caffeine was taken out, so why not? I mean, you could play really well into a different marksman if you're in the Landor, but even be a Laville in some cases because Direct is going to be around. Zip and Florentino were taken out as well. So, what are the best top lane options right now for you, KazeeB?
DS laners. Apart from Florentino, we have Lubu, Yena. Sometimes Omen. Omen is more of like, for me, it will really depend on what kind of hero you will go against on his efficiency. On like, I play DS lane actually, and I think for me, the one that I always turn to if I don't know what my opponent will be, I'll be a Lubu.
Yeah, that would make good sense. But now that TNC know that the top laner for ArchAngel is going to be that Omen, they're going to be picking up a Malak and a Hayate. This is pretty similar to what we saw earlier. There was an Omen pick and a Hayate was picked in response. So, does that mean that if there's an Omen, a good pick would be a Hayate?
I think so, because the Hayat is very mobile as a hero, and it's gonna be difficult for Omen to really catch him in terms of using his ultimate, because he might time it at the exact right moment, but then Hayate has a dash or a flicker, so he won't be able to get the carry of their enemy. So I think personally, based on the other available marksman, I think Hayat is a good choice against an Omen.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. They're gonna pick up an Elsu though. Look at that skid. Yeah, bling bling. Elsu already picked up along with the Richter. So with an Elsu, and then we know that Omen is topside. Does that mean it's a Richter support coming in from ArchAngel?
I think it's a Richter support. I'm actually thinking that this Elsu might be a mid Elsu.
Oh, that's another a viable source. Yeah, that makes sense. If they put the Elsu in the mid lane, that means it's going to be a side lane Richter, which would be great. But they're hovering over an Alistair right now, so... I don't know about that Alistair pick. I mean, what's the potential here? Why would we want to have an Alistair in our composition when you see Richter, Elsu, and Omen? Is there a clear reason why, KazeeB?
I guess for Alistair, though most of the time he's very efficient in terms of dive type of heroes, the range for his first and second skill, I think that would be very good for the opponents, on the side of the opponents, because they'll get damaged even if Alistair is very far away, and even if they try to dive into Alistair, he'll do a lot of damage before they even reach him, and he has the stun from the ultimate to keep them from going on an onslaught on his teammates.
That's true, that's true. Lots of crowd control potential here. Could possibly even set up for that Malok ult going in with the shock, or possibly a kunai blitz coming in from Hayate. But for the priority bans here coming in from TNC, they're going to take out the Elandor. They're going to remove that Lindis as well. Alice is going to be banned out for the side of ArchAngel though. So with Alice out along with that Yena, that opens up the playing field even more. I'm pretty surprised that they actually banned out the Alice, because they could have used that instead to match up against Hayate or Alice.
Well, I'm guessing that they really don't want to have to deal with the silence that comes with the hissy fit from the Alice, and maybe they also know that CNC has a really good Alice player or something, and I think that's why they banned him. And the Yena also has silence, so I'm guessing their strategy for the second ban phase for ArchAngel SilverBullet is more of they don't want to go against any heroes that can cause silence to their heroes.
Yep. Looks like that makes pretty good sense. I don't know what they're going to be picking for the last two though. Volcath is being hovered, however, by CNC. So if Ishtar picks up a Volcath here, that's pretty scary. I mean, you could have so much on your Elsu to try to run away from a Volcath, but question is that ult and that sprint going to be enough to make it happen? Raz is gonna be hovered here, but the side of ArchAngel, CNC seem to have the much better comp though. They have a lot of crowd control. They have the wombo combo. They even have a lot of AoE compared to the side of ArchAngel here. So if this is going to be a Raz pick, then I guess in terms of the mid lane, I would favor Raz over Alistar. Unless, for example, Raz plays too aggressively and plays into the Alistar. What do you think about that matchup, KazeeB?
Well, if they do lock in the Alistar, but they just locked in Azil and Athane. I'm guessing this is what I was saying a while ago, that the Elsa would be mid for the side of ArchAngel, SilverBullet. And with their last two picks, I actually like their comp very much. They have the burst damage from the Zil, who with his ultimate can reach even the people in the back line without having to suffer any HP damage. And we have the thing to keep away any aggression that our CNC team has. And they have the burst damage from the Richer, and the Elsu as well. So I like their comp actually.
Yeah, that's a really smart last move coming in from ArchAngel. Makes sense to why they're trying to get rid of the silence, just to enable that delete more. And not to mention, with the Thane diving in, that could mess up the combos coming in from Hayate. In case this Thane catches Hayate at the perfect time, no kunai blitz, no impact. But a possible combo they could throw out would be that Karam in response though. So, I don't know. Looks pretty even. What do you think, KazeeB?
I think it's pretty even actually. It will really depend on how they will execute. With that last Aram pick, it's not actually something I expected. I thought the Malok would be the support, but I guess he's gonna be the DS laner in this game. Although they have a certain win condition that if they execute it very well, CNC can really win this game, as well as ArchAngel, SilverBullet. Both of them have win conditions that they just have to be able to execute to win this game.
Yep, I'm excited. I want to see a lot of action here. Raz and the Alistar is probably what I'm going to be keeping an eye on, but Hound here, rank 22 in the server, that scares me a lot. Seeing that this team drafted like this, and then they have a player that's ranked 22 right now, goes to show that probably they have a whole lot of experience and skills to match up against the kind of comp CNC would throw out. But as we head into the battlefield here, ArchAngel still clumped as a 4-man while the Omen heads straight to the top lane. They're going to split up towards this mid lane here while they try to take control of the mid push. The rest of CNC, though, they're going to be playing it slow for now. And they're not even going to enter and take control of that mid lane.
Yeah, actually, I think this is one of the few games that I don't actually see any teams that who try to really fast clear the mid lane so that they can rotate easily. But I did see the very efficient way that the Tane was able to delay a little bit the Volcat, but I'm not sure if he's overextending here.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to be all backing off here. Taco might get caught out here by the Alistar though, but here comes Arab coming in. That's a lot of damage onto the Alistar. Gets hit by the snipe as well from the Elsu. Hound is going to come in as well, but both of these teams are going to be forced back after seeing this come in to try to join the fight.
Yeah, I think it was very smart what the Thane did, and he was able to get out of there really nicely, because that kind of aggression is what can cause you to delay any advantages you have currently in the game. Now we do see that ArchAngel, SilverBullet so very aggressive here in the blue buff of CNC, and they're just chasing out this Alistar is very low right now. But the Malok's all the way here in the bot lane. That's really intense right now. And how does secure the Sage buff, and they get the Omen in return for that in favor of CNC.
Well, the consolation there was that Hound was able to get what he wanted. Popping that ult in the bot side, though, might be able to take out the Hayate, but it's not going to be enough damage just yet. Thane is there to zone the wave back into their control, and they're going to fast gear that, focus on that Vision Seagull, and then immediately rotate around the map. They could go for an Abyssal Dragon, though, but with the Aram and the Volcath already here, I don't think they're going to try to attempt it with a lot of contest coming in from CNC. They're going to instead rotate to the top side of the map. Spirit Sentinel not being taken just yet. Hound is going to be invading onto the Smite Golem. This is a 3v1 against the Malloc. I don't think Moonlord will try to stop this. And that is another stolen buff by ArchAngel SilverBullet.
Yeah, I can see how well they're rotating in this map for the side of ArchAngel SilverBullet. They're really prioritizing delaying our CNC team as much as they can. It's from the start of the game, all they've been doing is trying to delay the jungle, which I think is very smart because most of the damage from the Volcath will really rely on him being able to be well farmed, and if he's not farmed in the right way, he's not gonna be in a good position to engage team fights.
Yeah, that's true. And that's something that might become a big factor later in this game. So far, it's just 3 minutes and 27 seconds, and no one has taken complete control of this Abyssal Dragon yet. But there might be a fight breaking out here. Again, it's another 3-man rotate coming in from ArchAngel SilverBullet. The rest of the team here from CNC Glory, they're just playing it safe. Farm up, take control of their camps as much as possible, back away if necessary, and then clear the waves yet again. No one is making any aggressive moves here. Both teams looking pretty passive. But now, ArchAngel going to be starting that Abyssal Dragon with Decoy zoning out the rest of CNC Glory. The rest are going to try to converge and try to get a pick here. But now CNC Leo could get caught out. The Thane ult is going to connect. And King's Glory, bam, bam, bam. That is the Alistair going down. With Leo down for a couple of seconds here, ArchAngel could continue this kind of momentum and go for more rotates around the map. They might be able to steal that buff. Nope. It's gonna be the Volcath securing that. A little too late for the side of ArchAngel SilverBullet.
Yeah, it was a little too late for them, but that last clash was really beneficial to SilverBullet there. I really thought that the Thane was overextending way too much because he was in the middle of like 3 people. But he's so very tanky that he just really positioned himself in the right way so that his teammates would just arrive right in time to secure that kill on that Alistair.
Ooh, they made the attempt. They could have taken down Taco on this Elsu. But with Elsu being able to just back off, look at this Thane now, trying to zone out Moonlord here. Gonna pop that dash, charge in. Not gonna be able to take anyone down just yet. Taco's gonna try to free it though, but way too late. They're backing off, and while this is all happening, WL on the top side is gonna be able to completely push this tower down before the Malloc makes it. That is gonna be a big win coming in from Arch. But now, here comes another fight. Volcath is gonna dive in on top of the Omen. It's a 2v1 right now in favor of CNC. Volcath popping that ult, chasing after Omen, trying to run away, diving under the tower. Lots of damage coming in. Here comes the shock, the follow-up, the cleave. That is Omen going down in the top side of the map. ArchAngel, though, they know that they're not going to be able to do anything top side, so instead, they are not going to take a fight there and push this bottom lane instead. That puts their tower advantage down to 2, while Richter is going to try to defend the top side. But it just might be too late. There we go. It's a 2-for-1 in terms of towers, with ArchAngel SilverBullet taking the lead so far.
Now, honestly, that last clash in the top lane, I don't think it would have benefited CNC really much. I think they were just really, they just really wanted the kill, that they really took that long to try to burst down the Omen, even though their tower was just being pushed already in the bot lane. They just didn't use their priorities in the right area, because I think it's better to gank onto the bottom lane, as that's where the Hayate was, and with more kills on the Hayate, he's already died, I think already once, so it's gonna be difficult for CNC to maintain their map control right now because they lost that bottom tier tower.
Yep. 1-1 right now for the Hayate. 3.1k gold, not too bad. But here comes the Alistar trying to clear that wave here in the mid lane. But I don't think they have enough in the tank. They're going to need the help of the Aram and the Volcath. The Volcath is going to be able to deck onto Taco, which will force him back by popping that ult. While this is all happening, this is Hayate just continuing to farm, continuing to scale. Both marksmen playing really safe and just making sure they get the farm that they need before they take any fights. The rest of the team for ArchAngel, though, are going to try to make picks around the map. But with the tanky lineup from TNC Glory, they're not going to be able to take anything. But instead, looks like Taco is going to be securing that mid lane. And here comes a follow-up from Arch, popping the damage from the thing. The Arctic Orb is going to be able to dash and dodge and dip and dive. But now here comes the rest of ArchAngel. Just take 3 out of the map. The snipe is going to connect, but the shield is going to be enough to save the Malok. 2 members from the side of CNC Glory gonna be running for the high hills, while the rest of ArchAngel SilverBullet take control, take waves, and take these towers. That is now 5 towers down for CNC Glory, and Omen has no signs of stopping, still trying to push this bottom lane with a tanky Omen just doing work. That could potentially be a full map coverage now for the side of ArchAngel as they back off for a reset. Very big win and very big macro play coming in for them.
Yeah, that Thane in the last clash, he was really positioned really well. He was able to get 3 people with his skills, and he set up really well for his team, and that's why they really slaughtered that last clash. And we're seeing a really big gold lead right now, 6.4k in favor of ArchAngel SilverBullet. For now, I'm thinking our CNC team just needs to get a little bit more gold, get back some little map control, and don't engage into fights that they know they can't handle.
Yep, they're gonna need to drag this game out as much as possible because 9 minutes now, and they have just 1 tower being taken. Most of the map is going to be controlled by ArchAngel here, and you can see the waves just completely pressure them. With the Dark Slayer in the hands of ArchAngel as well, you're seeing a Drake now moving to the bottom side of the map. 4 members are going to be there to support this Drake, while the rest of ArchAngel try to free hit. DNC Glory, they're going to try to defend this. They're using the Alistar to just drag the game out and clear the waves. Mid lane is also going to be crashing in, but with the Malok around to clear that, it's going to be a safe mid lane, but the bottom lane is going to go down to that Drake. Arab is still pressuring top though. Are ArchAngel going to back off from this? Oh, it's going to be connected on the Volcath, popping that ult and popping it again to just run out. No ult on the Volcath, and ArchAngel know that. They could go for pressure here in the top side. Arab was able to deal a lot of damage onto the tower. Here comes the shock coming in. They catch Hound. They pop the Kunai Blitz. Is it going to be enough? But the ult from Hound could have turned the fight around. And just like that, it's going to be 1-10 so far for each of these teams. With Hound going down, the rest of CNC are trying to turn it around. Arab, can he run? No, he cannot. He's going to be able to get out. And now it's Decoy here being chased down by 3 members. That stun might connect. No, it's not. And TNC are still here, but Hound comes in to join the fight again. That is 2-10. Over chase, over commit, over everything for CNC, because everything that they have done has been turned right around by ArchAngel SilverBullet. A little too aggressive though for that Omen. Diving under the tower, behind the core, behind every enemy lines. 4 dead, and that, just like that, is gonna be GG for ArchAngel SilverBullet. Congratulations.
Yeah, their momentum just didn't stop in that game. They knew exactly what they had to do and executed really, really well in that match. And that endless cycle in the last clash really did help them. The Zill popped it out just at the right time so that when they were trying to overcommit to killing either Decoy or Arab, he just arrived in time to get the kills that would secure their win.
Yep. Decoy was just an absolute god in this game. Did not die, had 2 kills of his own, but most of the assists were on him. Had a lot of participation as well, and did exactly what you needed for a tanky support. So very well played, ArchAngel, SilverBullet, going on to the next round here, while CNC are going to be dropping down to the lower bracket of the Kaisaya Community Cup. Before we head into the next series between VDT and Todolist, we're going to be taking a quick break, so don't go anywhere, boys and girls. We will be right back.
君たちは俺が絶対に守るから。やっ君たちは俺が絶対に守るから。やっ君たちは俺が絶対に守るから。やっ 君たちは俺が絶対に守るから。ギャッ
Welcome back, boys and girls. Time for the fourth series of this evening between Todolist and Vendetta Team Number 2. This event, again, is sponsored by Garena AOV Indonesia, Satis Philippines, Richard Tyers from Scotland, Fern Gaming, and Arthelian Gaming. A big thank you to the major sponsors in making this event possible. Joining me now on the caster's desk, it is gonna be Leon of the Valiant Esports Association, along with KazeeB. How are you, Leon?
I'm doing pretty fine. How are you guys doing?
Doing good, doing good. I was able to cast with KazeeB. It was really fun. So I'm pretty excited with what you guys are gonna be doing on the caster's desk. Looking at the picks and the bans though for these two teams, nothing too strange. Looks like both of these bans were practically expected. The usual bans per se.
I think they're banning out the meta because you know that Pain is still in the meta, and also Elantra is a Pain that's where up against. But still, a Dirac is the most annoying one to against it. So banning Dirac is a good thing actually.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, I want to see Dirac in action, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to see it tonight. It's gonna be a Lavelle being picked up here though, along with Akira for the side of
Kira.
I wonder what they could pair up with it.
Kira needs something adversity that can sustain the damage of Kira, just for Kira to finish up the enemy. And like if you are going against a Lavi, right, I would advise to go pick onto the Caffeine, which is a good marksman to against a Lavi, because Caffeine have the DPS, the burst and everything, but still we have Richter pick here. Nice.
Yeah, that's really scary. If they actually try to pick Caffeine into a Richter here, might be really devastating in terms of team fights. The Richter cuts through the back line here. But Duelists seem to have a very scary first two. Let's see what the answer is here for Vendetta Team 2. KazeeB, what are we expecting for the next two picks here now that they have them built?
Well, I'm thinking they might go for a support or a mid laner, maybe like a Lumber or a Malok. Yeah. I'm not sure if they're going to secure it, but I think it's a good pick. So maybe other than the Malok, they might go for like a Lumber. This can be a Malok mid, I'm thinking, because they really need the tankiness when dealing with that Kira. That Kira is gonna do so much damage around the map.
Red team's turn to pick.
Instead of a Lumber though, they're gonna be going with a Critic. What do you think about that, Liam?
Kha'Zix, well, I think against just pick onto Kha'Zix just against a Kira or Richter, but since Richter have the second skill, it will be hard against Richter for picking up KazeeB, but let's just see what Malok and Lovey will do, because these can combo each other, but it all depends on the position for the reveal in order to against a Richter and Ikra as well. So I can see that they are trying their best to pick a team fight comp, because Laville's provided damage, KazeeB well, CC's Malok, CC's as well as sustaining damage here.
Yeah. Let's see. Florentino though.
Florentino pick is Florentino, yeah.
I don't know about the
Let's
Florentino. I mean, you're gonna put it third, and then you could, I guess, pick counter ban against Florentino. But then, question is, what good is a Florentino gonna be in a team fight? Because I'm thinking like, okay, you have a Florentino. He's probably gonna split around the map instead of diving in or joining the fight, which is something they're gonna try to pull off here. I'm kind of favoring Vendetta Team 2 so far, but until we see the final team picks here from the Todolist, it might be completely different. Any bans that we need to watch out for, or any bans that we need to focus on against Todolist here, KZ?
Well, for me, I'm pretty sure that they should be banning marksman for the team of. Oh, what is this? This is the
Do it.
Filipino team. What team is?
Yeah, Vendetta.
Two. Yeah, they have to ban out marksman because our Todolist hasn't picked any marksman yet. It's unfortunate actually, because we were all discussing about how a Caffeine would work well with the composition that Todolist has, but unfortunately she's been banned already.
Yeah, without the Caffeine there, they're even gonna ban out a Fennec. So that relegates Todolist to pick up either Hayate. They could go with Yorn, or maybe even the Talana.
Well, I think Hayate pick will be better against a Malok, because Malok is a tank, and Hayate S1 deals a lot of true damage, which is a pretty good thing. And also you can see that Laville, KazeeB, and Malok is a team fight comp, which is Hayate have the ultimates to just dive in and kill them. But we have to see where which position Hayate is going in. If Hayate is out and KazeeB is trying to pull it in, it will be a cancel for his ultimate. So it should be a waste of trying to go in and then you die instead.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And they have a lot of shields, like Malok, KazeeB, I mean Rourke as well. Lots of shields coming in, and with the Kunai Blitz diving in, the true damage, what good is that shield gonna be if you're on the side of Vendetta Team 2 right now? But so far, based on the picks here, they're gonna be going with Rourke, some more shield, and then they're gonna add it in with a Raz. I like the mobility coming in. KazeeB's Rourke running around along with the Bill and Raz could be really scary. Malok with a good follow-up in the ult could mean really well in those team fights. But based on the final pick here, Leon, what could be the best possible option right now?
Well, if you guys can see from the blue team side, which is the Vendetta, I can see that what they are picking actually, they are trying to pick a dive com and also a burst com. If you guys can see, Rook is really a dive champion, and Raz is a dive champion as well. I swear Malo and KazeeB here. But in order for the red team to counter back, they have to use a dive com as well, just to counter back and make it a fair composition for both of the team. But let's just see what they can do actually in these matches.
Yeah, this is Todolist. I feel like being a little too greedy. KazeeB, what's your prediction for this one? I mean, I'm assuming this is a Richter support. What do you think, KazeeB?
I think actually this is gonna be a Florentino mid. I'm still waiting for it to happen because
Oh my god, this might actually happen. This might actually happen. Woo. Well,
I hope they
we're
get
gonna have to wait and see as we head into the game. This is Vendetta team number 2 going up against Todolist. We might see a Florentino mid, but for now, it's gonna be Leon and KazeeB taking over. So, casters, take it away.
Thank you,
Alright.
Izaq. Thank you for that. It's just me and KazeeB and also Leon here are gonna be your casters for this game between Vendetta Team 2 and Todolist from Indonesia. And just to say that Vendetta Team 2 is from the Philippines as well. quick hero lineup for the side of the blue team, which is Vendetta Team 2. We have Chrisix, Malok, Rourke, Laville, and Raz.
And also they on the red team side they have Kira, and also they have Richter, which is a pretty good pick. Lubu, Florentino, and also Hayate. So let's just hand on to mid here. Nothing is going to be happen as no one. Oh, I don't think Richter is just trying to poke. Oh, he's trying to poke onto the mid. Nice. Maybe not, because you guys know that the map has been updated, so it's a bit hard to engage onto the mid for current season. There you go, engagement from the Richter. It's pretty nice to trade off the damage, and he will get back to lane.
Yeah, I do see that before, when you picked a Richter with the old map, he could really set and do a lot of damage way early game. Unfortunately, I didn't see the Florentino that I wanted.
Oh, Richter, half health. He has been picked by Chrisix and also Raz. Raz dealing damage in the early game, but Hayate trying to steal onto the jungle creep, but it's not going to be happening. There can see at the bottom lane, Laville managed to sweep up to the second skill and run away from the Richter. Devastating blow from the S1, but he did manage to escape from the sudden death.
Yeah, that was very close. That was a real close call for the Laville there, because the rotations from our to-do lists are just really so fast here in the top lane. We do see that Kira's already done with their jungle and has assisted the Florentino in fast clearing here in the top lane.
That's true. Let's hands on to mid right now. Mid having a trouble. Chrisix against other two members of the to-do list, if I'm not mistaken. There you go. They're engaged and they are trying to engage, but I don't think it would be the best to engage for this early game since it's already 2 minutes. But we are seeing that Richter is having a bit trouble against a Rook and also Chrisix. Let's just see in the mid lanes. Maybe it's going to be a team fight here.
Yeah, we see that there's a chase a little going on by the Kira.
Oh,
and
hands on to that Kira. Oh, the Kira, first blood by Kira, and Florentino is there trying to catch on to the Chrisix there. Chrisix, hands down, has been taken down by the Florentino, but Florentino gets stabbed by Chrisix instead. So 1 and 2 into the 2 minute of 30-second game.
Yeah, that does put our to-do list in a good position for the Curse of the Soul Dragon, but I'm not so sure about the kill onto the Chrisix by the Florentino. I don't think it was that worth it in terms of like why focus that much energy on support. There's so much intense going on here in the bottom
lane. They almost got killed on the Hayate. Opens out the ultimate, trying to get to Laville, but Laville has been taken down. Ruin is there as well. Has taken down onto the Richter. Oh, there you go. Hayate is not going to be survived by that Hadouken from the Ras. He's pretty fat at this current moment, and let's just see here what are they going to do. Maybe this is going to be a table side flip, and yeah.
For now, we do see that there's a little bit of gold lead for the side of to-do list, but it's not really a struggle for our Vendetta Team 2 team. They're really rotating really well, and they're trading objectives as well, and kills. That's why they're not that behind in terms of gold.
Yeah, the issue less hands onto mid right now. Lubu against Chrisix opens out the second skill, but did not manage to get the team members from the red team. Hayate having a trouble against a Rook, but he's going back with the half health and engage onto the instant heal as well.
Yeah.
Ooh, see the top lane has been killed. Oh, Hayate. Oh, maybe not. Oh, Florentino maybe trying to get kill onto the Rook as well. Kira trying to assist. A double kill, a passive, but Kira managed to take down to the Rook. What an engagement.
Yeah, that was really that wasn't a good idea in terms for the Rourke. It was really visible in the map how there were two people there on the top lane to try to push it. I think he should have just gone back to farming, since they really need the gold to get back into this game, and because he focused on that, it's just really difficult.
Yep, that issue. But meanwhile, we have saw that Ras has been taken down by Rector, and there you go. Ooh. Last hits onto the Hayate though, but Hayate did manage to escape. Malok coming into on the mids, just giving onto the vision to the team, but they're going back without. They're losing 2 teams, if I'm not mistaken. Two members.
But with all the clashes going on, the gold lead is already staggering a little bit. It's around 3k gold. 3-point-something K gold. And we see our to-do list, they're very objective based as a team. They want to get something, either a kill, an objective. They don't go around the map for nothing.
Yeah, there is true. We can see the bottom lane almost gone. Last hit, Laville has been taken down by the Kira as well. Kira maybe hoping to get that kill onto the roof, but there you go. Ras is there, almost killed by the Richter. I mean the Florentino, but the Florentino did not manage to survive from that attack, because you know that Ras is pretty pain in this current meta, but he's, you know, sometimes he get caught and he can't escape.
Yeah, but as you can see, as I mentioned a while ago, we see that Todolist is very objective. While they had that clash on the bottom lane, there were 3 people ganking onto the Malok on the top lane, and he also lost that clash as well. So it's kind of a very hard spot for Vendetta Team 2 right now, because in all the clashes they're taking, they're not getting any advantages, and they get another kill onto the Roar.
Wow, those big pick onto the to-do is pretty hard though, but we can see Kira and Richter is there as well. An ultimate from Laville did not manage to hit one of the members. There you go, 2 hits left by the Kira. Hayate pops out the ultimate, trying to get a kill, but did manage get back from the lane. There you go, Ras, one more hit onto the Hayate, but did not survive from the attacks from the Kira. It's too painful, it is too bursty, and they know that to-do list is trying to take the objective for now.
Yeah, that was really good for the side of to-do list. And the way that they went around the map so that they would be in an advantage at every point. It was really nice to see. Unfortunately for the Data Team 2, they need to position themselves very well in the map right now. They have to be careful where they push, and also when they engage to-do list, because there are a lot of times that they try to respo to a team fight wherein it's a little too late, and then they just die in the process. But in the mid lane, there's kind of something happening here.
I think Chris says pop up the support item is pretty good, actually, just trying to give vision to the team, knowing where the enemy is, but still when to-do list have to do something, though. They have to finish this game as soon as possible, because you know they have a Laville and also Ras, which is a pretty late game spikes. And there you go, Ras almost got hooked onto that. Richter has been taken onto the Ras here, but Malok did open out ultimate, taking tower instead of the kills, because they know this is going to be a huge team fight. Chris is coming in trying to grab 2 members or 3 members from the red team, but the red team, Richter trying to escape, but he did manage to escape though, because he have the passive. There you go, Crazy's got poked onto the Kira, but yeah, not pretty good there.
Yeah, that was very unfortunate for the Richard there, but we see another kill by the Florentino here in the bot lane. What a nice set by the Raz as well, but the Kira is so very fed right now, and we did get a shock here from the Malok, and I'm not sure if they're gonna try to disengage this, but Kira, the burst damage coming from her is just really insane. It's really difficult right now for Vendetta Team 2 to survive any of the onslaughts that To-Do List is doing. Here in the top lane, the Lubu just really 1v1 the Rourke and was able to even win. Well, how do you think they can come back?
Well, I mean, like, they can come back, but they have to wait. You know, they have to play the late game, you know, around 20 minutes or 15 minutes when they have the power spikes going on. But still, it's a bit hard for the blue team to come back, because you can see the goalie is really a huge gap here, and the red team is trying to take Dark Slayer for now. Just, you know, they are trying to push the lanes, not going to lose this one because they have the upper hand.
Yeah, there's no contest involved from Vendetta Team 2, and I think right now they really have to be careful where they position.
Oh, there you go. They almost got people out of the ultimate. This is the chance for the to-do list team trying to get onto the towers. And Dragon haven't been released, but Dragon has been released onto the top. Nice job by Kira there. If accompanied with the minions there, they are going in. Lubu trying to do something, poke onto the enemy, but KazeeB is there, invincible. Kira going in for the KazeeB there. They know it's going to be a huge team fight here, and there you go. Malok has been able to open out the ultimate. Montino has been taken down. You can see that Rook is doing damage, but KazeeB is at the back trying to tank onto the damage so that Rook can farm onto the mid lane, but still they are trying to get to the mid lane. Maybe might as well the bottom lane, but we can see the minions too far. KazeeB is going in, maybe can get two grid people, but did not manage to survive onto there. Richter is just too tanky and too pain, but we can see that KazeeB is the last, maybe not the last. Ras is there as well, but we can see that Lupu trying to get onto the Ras here. Richter playing around, open up the ultimate from the Lupu. Lupu has been taken down onto the Ras there, but still we are seeing that Lupu running away. But we can see that Kira is engaging for the bottom lane, for the backside. But this is not going to be good for the team Vendetta. They are going to be taken down. This is going to be an ace, maybe. Almost got killed by the Kira and did manage to escape.
Yeah, that is really good for Todolist. They're so bursty right now. It's really difficult for any members from VDT to stop the onslaught, and I think they will tower lock this and secure the win for Todolist. Congratulations.
Congratulations to both sides of the team. They tried their best. It's the best game I have ever seen in the KCC. And yeah, it's a good team fight there.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Let's ask, though, Izaq what his short analysis of the game was. Izaq?
Well, that was interesting. No one could find a way to stop the Kira. It's understandable why this Kira is always banned out. And, you know, it was demonstrated then and there. Vendetta Team 2 tried everything they could, but it was a 14-0. Florine on that Kira was just an absolute beast. 13.1 on that KDA. She did everything that was possible to just make everything work. It was just wonderful for the side of the Todolist. Todolist, though, going to be heading on to the next round, while Vendetta Team 2 going to be dropping to the lower bracket. With that being said, we're headed down to our final two games of the evening. The next two games are going to be really big, so do not go anywhere, boys and girls. We will be back after this short break.
君たちは俺が絶対に守るから。やっ！
大事な人を助けたいって気持ち私にもよくわかるから。行くわよ。終わりよ。耐えた。待ちなさい。遅い。今。耐えた。
Double kill.
大事な人を助けたいって気持ち私にもよくわかるから。行くわよ。終わりよ。耐えた。待ちなさい。遅い。今。耐えた。待ちなさい。
Double kill.
ライトニングボール。
スタースプラッシュ。キリト君は私が守る。決める。今。行くわよ。
Triple kill. Legendary. Double kill.
Welcome back, boys and girls. It's time for some more AOV action at the Kaisaya Community Cup, day number 9. This is the second to the last game of the evening, and we're going to be witnessing KALONG PUSRENG go up against Little Sharks, while Leon and KazeeB take the caster's desk. Leon, what are we expecting from these two teams for this evening?
I expect a good team fight and also, just a fairness. But I would like to see a few different things that is going to happen. Like, I want to see Alistair mid or something like that. I want to see Vera mid or something, just weird picks, It's pretty fun to cast with picks, but let's just hope they pick onto that.
Yeah, the both we saw an Alistair mid earlier. I don't think it was yeah, that was
Me.
That was weird.
Yeah, they had for punish.
Yeah, that was weird. I don't know what they were
seriously?
doing. Yeah, they had for punish, and AVG just walked all over. Well, that's how it is. Yeah, but let's see what it's gonna be here. We're still waiting for 2 more players for both of these teams. So while we wait, KazeeB, I want to ask you this really, really nice question. We've talked about marksman already. We've talked about support. This time, I want to talk to you about junglers. We've seen how devastating Kira was in the previous game, so it's understandable why we need to ban that. But are there other junglers that we need to watch out for?
Well, actually, for me, it's Chlorine, the player. He's like a really good jungler. I've seen all his games in this tournament. I've casted all of them. He plays a killer crick knock as well. And then that's the first time I ever saw him use a different hero. But in terms of jungling in general, I'm guessing Kira is the most OP in this patch right now because she's normally the only jungler that is really prioritized in terms of banning.
Blue team's turn to ban.
Yeah, I'm thinking of Pain as well, but then I've seen most of the players in the teams right now use Pain in the mid lane. So as we head into the second to the last game of this evening, it is going to be KALONG PUSRENG on the blue side as they go up against Little Sharks here on the red side. Now, Zip, this is an understandable ban. I have not seen a lot of Izaq being banned out anymore, though. Is there a reason for that, Leon?
Well, Izaq's, I don't have any reasons why they don't ban onto the Izaq's, but Izaq ban is actually just if the enemy team afraid of a team fight comp, Izaq's ban is necessary, and Zip still can be countered if you know how to counter him. But let's just take it the last round. As you can see, the Izaq is not doing pretty well, so that's why they don't ban Izaq. The Izaq can be countered back as well. So hence on to KALONG PUSRENG, yeah.
And see what their first pick is gonna be. Pain was banned out. Kira, expected. Dira, I'm still disappointed. Zip though, not surprised. So going to the first pick here, could be a marksman. Elandor's open, Laville is open. They could even first pick Anthony, like I've seen other teams do it. But looks like they're gonna play it safe for now and use a flex pick and go with a Richter here. If they're gonna be going with a Richter, what are the best combos for this case?
Well, for me, Richter as a support will really benefit just because of the knock-ups. And we did see in a previous game a while ago how effective he is as a support. But in terms of pairing him up, I have to really see what else there is for them to build it upon this character. It will really depend. I can't really name one right now.
Anthony Izaq though. We talked about that Izaq. So given that the Izaq was already picked up here by Little Shark, what are the best counters for this? Knowing that Caffeine's their market. Leon?
But I think if we up against a Caffeine and Izaq Slumber is the best thing actually, but they already have the Richter, but we can see that Richter is going onto the jungle, which is pretty pretty meh. His jungle is pretty meh. But still, pick onto the Lubu is pretty nice against a Critical and Cacophony. But let's just see, actually, to go against a Cacophony and Critical, you need something more bursty, or you need an assassin to reach the Cacophony, because Cacophony have the S2, the mobility to run away. But since Garena nerf a little, the Tencent nerf her a little, still she can run away with the sprint.
Yeah, they're gonna need to rely on that sprint though. I mean, Richter's pretty fast. If Richter could find a way and reach the scaffolding, might be devastating. Not to mention Elandor just using the butterfly dance to run around, make sure he gets some free hits going. We've seen some phenomenal Elandor plays as of late, so I have high expectations to whoever plays Elandor this game. But going back to the side here of Little Shark, they're thinking of a mid. It's gonna be a Maganga? Asuka?
I think.
Kali.
Oh, Kali.
Liliana. I would have loved to see Asuka, but it's gonna be a Liliana being picked up here. What do you think about a Liliana third pick here, Casey?
I get like why they choose a Liliana against Elandor. She has the first and second skill to kind of burst the Elandor in a certain area, which will be beneficial because since the Elandor is very mobile and he can move from one point in the map to another, at least she has an area of damage that she can produce for her team.
True, that's true. And you know, I've seen a Liliana just today. It was pretty scary. So I actually really like that. But based on the bans though, they're going to be prioritizing the Malok being taken out. Azephis was banned out as well. Are they going to ban Asinka? Are they really going to ban Asinka?
Well,
okay, they're going to ban out the Crixie, understandable. But Raz is still going to be open though. So if they want to pick up a Raz here, could be really nice against the Liliana. Bricknack is banned out as well. So with junglers being prioritized for the side of KALONG PUSRENG, let's see what Little Sharks would have for their point. A little flex as well there coming in from Get Rest, showing those really, really nice skins. Okay, there we go. Batman. What do you think about Batman, Leon? Okay, never mind. Yena. Okay, what do you think about Yena?
well, I'm not pretty sure why they pick Yena. Maybe they know that maybe they're just like knowing that Richter is going on to the TS, pick Yena. But I don't think that Yena is pretty good against the Richter. Instead, they should pick something like more tanky to sustain the damage from the Richter and also Elandor. But here we go, we can see that Elavil is already here, which is they are going for 2 marksmen, which is a pretty OP thing. But the engagement on this is all depends on Richter and also Lumber's ulti. If Richter misses S1, that means they are pretty much gone because they don't have any champion that can go in and initiate a team fight. So, but oh, okay, they're picked onto the real Mao. Yeah, they're flexing, I think.
Okay, they're gonna go with the Lubu. So
Double warrior side.
Okay. So Natalia, Lubu, Richter on the side. They have the Elandor jungle and then a Lumber being picked up here to support.
Necrof pick is pretty nice actually. It's against Elandor. Because from the APL, I saw the pro players, they pick Necrof against Elandor. It's pretty super effective against Elandor. You know, he can chase anywhere and it's pretty nice actually to pick Necrof. It's a good pick by the team Little Shark here.
Yeah, they're going to be able to use that mobility. Liliana and Necrof, they're pretty fast. Physics is going to help them get even faster. I feel like Diana was there specifically for that silence and just that immediate burst on the Elandor, and of course a little bit of lockdown to make sure Elandor doesn't get to dance around way too much. But going into the game here, it is gonna be KALONG PUSRENG going up against this team. What's the name of this team again?
Which is a
Little Sharks. Yeah, Little Sharks and KALONG PUSRENG. I'm really sorry. But yes, casters, second to the last game of the evening. Have a good one. Take it away.
Thank
Let's
you for
go.
that, Isaac. It's still me, guys. It's me, KazeeB, and also Leon from Valiant Esports. And we're here to cast this game between, I think they're both Indonesian teams, right? KALONG, PUSRENG,
Mm.
and Little Sharks. I'm so excited for this game, but do you prefer any of the lineups
Get
between the
ready.
two teams,
Minions
Leon?
will be deployed.
Well, I
in
would
5
prefer
seconds.
for the team of Little Shark here. Picking onto the Necroft is pretty nice actually to go against Landor, but I can't really see what they are doing actually. What's the team comp? But still, we have to see what is going to happen onto the mid because we have a 4-member at mid right now.
Yeah. And well, for me, if you asked me, I'd actually go for KALONG PUSRENG's team comp. I like. You did mention also a while ago when we were talking in the ban and pick phase that a good way to counter the Caffeine as well as the Chrisix pick was a Lubu, and our KALONG PUSRENG was able to take that also. And they stole this jungle creep here, that will delay the Elendor a little bit, and they're trying to get it again.
Yep, because they already know that the Landor will be farmed a little bit slower because he needs a little bit of help from the support. But since the jungle has been taken, it will be a little bit of downside for the Landor here.
Yeah. Yeah, and I know that I think that's like the best strategy you can do when you go against an Elendor jungle, because he's like one of the fastest junglers to clear their farm. So I'm guessing the best strategy is to just delay him his farm. So whether he finishes on time or a little late, he's just gonna have a difficult time being aggressive here. But he did tax in several lanes, though. He is now level 4.
Yeah, but we can see here top lane right now. Richter is having a bit of trouble against 2 members for the red team, but they're struggling actually. There's like, oh, am I going in? Are we going in this one? But we can see at the mid lane here, Lupo has been picked onto the Liliana and also a Chrisix. But I think they are going back safely without any team death.
Yeah, that was really good for the Licher. He was really in that right position to escape that onslaught, because if he didn't have his dash there and his flicker, he wouldn't be able to survive a 2v1 setup there. And what that was happening, our Little Sharks has secured the first Abyssal Dragon.
Yep, that's true, because we can see the Little Sharks, they are trying to play a bit of aggressive onto the enemy team, and actually it's the best strategy for them to go aggressive, because from the team KALONG, they have the ability to come back from late game. So the best way to counter them is to play aggressive in the early game. But we can see onto the mid lane right here, Necroft just trying to take down onto the what's
Natalia.
Natalia, yeah, that's true. Yep.
Yeah, that was a really good set that the Caffeine did. I think she tried to baited that Natalia for the kill, and then the Necroft just swooped in to steal that kill. And I think their aggressive strategy for the side of Little Sharks is really working for them in this game.
That is true. The Little Shark is doing their job to take the enemy jungle. It's a good strategy against the Landor here. But it will be actually, top lane almost died there by Richter. But we can see the bottom lane maybe. Lombo opened up the ultimate. Caffeine S1 trying to deal damage. Ultimate has been opened up by Caffeine as well. But Chrisix has been taken down by Lubu here. Lubu, there you go. Alando has been taken down by the Caffeine though. But Lumber and also Lubu trying to go back. But the Caffeine can run away with the double buff.
Yeah, honestly, I think that was like a miscommunication between the members of KALONG PUSRENG there. They left the Elendor to get sniped by that Caffeine, and we do see that even the Caffeine and the Necroft escaped from that attempt of using the damage from the Natalia as well. The Lubu has spotted out the Caffeine. Will he get the kill? He pops out the Mac of Frost. Is he gonna be able to survive this? Yes, he has a sliver of health left. Nice one for him. And the Chrisix trying to set something for his team. The Necroft has just arrived to assist. What a nice knockup by the Lumber, but there's no one to respond to them. The Natalia has just arrived here in the bot lane, but a little too late in my opinion.
Yeah, that is true. The aggressiveness for the team KALONG is a bit of, there you go. They have a kill onto the Kira.
Natalia.
Natalia, yeah. There you go. Alright,
waiting.
It's
It was like
okay,
waiting for it to
okay.
happen. Yeah. And they do. I think they're gonna get this bottom tier tower. Oh,
no.
yes, they do. They secure it, and there's so much burst damage.
Oh, the ulti. No, you almost died.
A blue team tower has been destroyed.
Okay, that's pretty nice engagement by Caffeine and also Liana there. First damage managed to take down one of the team members for KALONG. Wow.
Yeah, another top lane. We see they're very objective based for Little Sharks team. They really want to be able to take objectives everywhere in the map. The Yena has actually secured the second tower of the game, which leaves Little Sharks at 4K gold lead right now. It's a little big for the 5-minute mark actually.
But Little Shark trying to get the Elando almost got hit onto the Yena, but did manage to escape here, trying to take the blue. It's gonna be a huge team fight. Lumbers opened out the outer, but no one is going to engage onto the red team side. But Yena giving onto the damage. Mark of Frost has been propped onto the Yena, but still Loop is there trying to give onto the damage. Ultimate has been propped out, but Yena with the last health managed to escape, but I think someone's going to be sacrificed here. But Nakov is there.
Yeah, he just arrived here in time for the rest of his team. What a good arrival by that Nakroth. Like, this Nakroth just arrives at the right place at the right time and almost all clashes. And while all of that was happening, Kaphani wasn't even in that area. She was just busy pushing this bottom tier 2. And that's very beneficial for Little Sharks team.
Well, actually, the blue team, they are losing a lot actually onto the top lane because they know they are in the top and they're still fighting. But we can see up to the mid lane again, Lupu having a trouble against the 2 member of the red team. But Caffeine is there, poking away onto the Richter, and Richter did manage to escape though.
Yeah, I don't think that was a good trade for the Lubu. He really tried to chase that Chris6. He really wanted that kill, but unfortunately he had to pay with his life there. And I think Little Sharks is really playing this game very, very well. They position themselves in the right bushes so that they can set up something for their team, and the Chris6 with their lineup is setting everything up for them so that they don't have to worry about having to survive, because positioning wise they're really on point for team Little Sharks.
Yeah, true as well. Little Shark is pretty good at taking objective. I can see that they are taking the Abyssal Dragon for now. I think it's the 3rd Abyssal Dragon and also 1 Darkslayer. It's pretty nice, but where is the dragon? Okay.
It's in the bot lane. Yeah, it's here in the bot lane.
I was like, where's the dragon?
Yeah, they're gonna. I'm pretty sure they were gonna land. They're gonna place it here in the bottom tier since tier 2 is no longer there. Well, let's see what they're gonna try to do in this next clash. This will determine, I think, a really, really huge part of this game.
Yeah, there you go. Ultimate has been popped by Lubu and also Caffeine. They're not going to take anything, but instead they are going to take tower. But we can see that mid lane, the mid minion has been pushing onto the wave. But we can see the bottom lane, the dragon is still engagement from to the mid. Yenam did manage to get one of their members, and there you go. They are going to escape, but Lupu having the life steal, but it's not going to help with the life. And this is not a good engagement by the team on Team KALONG here. They have to do something. There you go. Another engagement by K6. Ultimate has been propped by the Lupu, from the Lumber. But still, only 2 members for the Team KALONG is going to be defending this Toya core. And this is going to be a pretty trouble. This is not going to be survived by the Nightcraft. And they are going to take the game. KALONG has been lost by Little Sharks. Pretty well played by KALONG and Little Sharks here.
Yeah, I agree with you there. It just so happened the momentum for this particular game was just really with Little Sharks. The way they rotated in the map was really on point, and he just arrived at right place at the right time. And he's a server's best Nakroth, so I guess that's why.
From that screen, I can see that.
Yeah, so with that, let's ask a little bit of short announce from Izaq. Izaq?
Well, understandable. Seeing a server's best Nakroth in action, we just saw an absolute thing of beauty there. So, what else can you say? Just can't think of anything else to say. I mean, 6-0-4, 10.2 in the KDA. Yeah, the Liliana was great, but my god, the moves that Croft made, just get out and not be crowd controlled, was just a thing of beauty. So going in there, Little Sharks, congratulations on that win. Going on to the next round, while KALONG PUSRENG going to be going down to the lower bracket as we head into the final game of this evening. We're going to be taking just one final break, so don't go anywhere, boys and girls. We will be right back.
Wow.
That was the first game.
君たちは俺が絶対に守るから。やっ！
大事な人を助けたいって気持ち、私にもよくわかるから。行くわよ。終わりよ。
ライトニングボール
スタースプラッシュ。キリト君、私が守る。決める。今。行くわよ。
win.
Run on hammer time.
The wind holds all the secrets.
I am Heaven's will.
"はじめまして、私はアスナ、そしてこっちが
どうもキリトです。
今日から私たちしばらくの間新しいゲームにインすることになったの。
どんな世界なんだろうな。
今回のゲームはチームワークが重要なポイントになるのよね。
ああ、チームワークか。
あ、ソロプレイヤーのキリトくん。
Welcome back, boys and girls. It's time for the final game of the evening here at the Kaisaya Community Cup day number 9. I have your host, Izaq Plays, and joining me on the caster's desk is gonna be KazeeB and Leon of the Valorant Esports Association. But of course, before we talk about the final 2 teams here, we would just like to apologize with what happened in the previous series. We got the names a little mixed up between Little Sharks and KALONG PUSRENG. It's actually KALONG PUSRENG going on to the next round and Little Sharks dropping down to the lower bracket. Deepest apologies. We didn't see the guild tag, so got a little confused, but you know, no harm done. All teams were able to just go to their respective places and spots. Now, let's go on and talk about ArchAngel Super and Fern and friends here playing this final game. This is going to be very, very interesting because one team is going to be from the Philippines, another one's going to be from Indonesia. Leon, what are we expecting in this really, really intense matchup in the upper bracket?
I'm still expecting Halaster mid actually. I just want to see. Actually, I want to see some good players, but we already seen Richter a lot, Alonso or KazeeB. I just want to see something different, like something weird, But since this is not a global ban pick, I totally understand that they are picking onto the trump card. But still, let's just see what they pick. Let's just have fun and casting. Hands on to KazeeB. What do you think they will pick for this game?
To pick.
Oh, well, they already picked the Crisix and the Richter. What a surprise!
Is this deja vu? Because I already know.
Oh,
It's like the
don't
last.
think we've seen that before.
We see that before,
All right.
actually.
All right. Well, Elandor was expected. Krizix and Victor, not really surprising either. But let's see what happens here as they go on and pick up the next two picks. We might
Yes.
actually see an Elaine. Are we actually
Yes.
gonna see Elaine again?
Oh no!
No.
Please,
May
pick
says
Elaine.
no, my friend. We're gonna be picking up the Yena instead. Let's see what Miel picks up here for Fern and friends on the blue side. They're gonna take this Rixie. So, Casey, what do you think about this pick for Fern and friends right now? They have the Elandor, Trixie, Yena for the first three. Is this a potent combo?
To ban.
Well, they have a lot of CC and burst damage on their side. I do like the Crixie pick because, well, Crixie's my favorite mage. She's so cute. She has wings and stuff. And they have the silence from the Yena as well. So I think their first picks are pretty decent. I just feel like the Yena's picked way too early.
To ban.
They're assuming, I guess, that the Richer is the DS already for ArchAngel Super.
Yep. It's really interesting how they banned out the Alice. We talked about this Alice pick in the past where it would be nice to have it against an Elandor, but some teams just don't want to do it. Instead, they actually ban it out from the opponents using it, and they don't plan on using Alice to counter Elandor or anything like that and resort to other means. So, given that they already have the Crisix anyway, it's understandable that they're going to be batting out the Alice. But how about you, Leon? Do you think that another support ban is necessary here for the side of ArchAngel?
Blue team's turn
Well,
to ban.
I don't think so because but we can see really Timmy has been banned out. Actually, it's a necessary because we don't want to see the Timmy uses the ultimate and then Elandor is still alive and Yena still alive. They could re-engage back if there is a team fight, a huge team fight, especially. But still, banning out Timmy is actually good, but we have to see what the friends and ferns are they going to ban out. If let's just say if they ban out some things like a mage, you know, something they have a AoE mage, a Ras, maybe it would be good actually.
Team's
Okay.
turn to pick.
They heard
Yep.
you.
They heard
Yep.
me. Oh my god.
They heard you immediately. Like, oh, this is what Leon said. Ban the Ignis.
God of prediction.
Well, with that prediction in mind, let's ask Leon again. Can you predict the final pick for ArchAngel? What do you think it's gonna be?
The final pick. For me, I'm not sure what Richter is going, which lane is going. He can be DS, he can be support, but from my point of view, they're going to pick a jungle, and because jungle is necessary. And I would think they pick Zephys or either Zil. That's the best thing against that.
Okay,
Yes.
okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. I'm actually thinking they might put the Richter side lane and have Fennec jungle, but that's just me. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking here. They might actually go with something like an Omen, possibly, maybe. Who knows what they're planning out? You could go with an Omen or another top laner just to add into the pool. But based on the picks here coming in from Fern and Friends, they're gonna be locking in a Thane here, and they're gonna add in a Wonder Woman.
The woman.
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
This is a weird pick.
That's
Okay,
what
I
you're
like it. I like
there.
it.
There you go, Leon. That's
Yeah,
what you've been
I like
waiting
it.
for.
Yep. I feel like this is the
Yeah, I've been waiting
standard
for
for
Wonder
today.
Woman, man. I haven't seen Wonder Woman in ages.
This is what they've been doing today for some reason. Like
Like
putting two
Thane as a
side laners, fighters, and then they have a marksman in the jungle. It's like everyone wants to go out with an all-out brawl here. So let's see how they're gonna be pulling that off. But for the final pick, Leon says it's either a Zil or a Zephyrus. Let's see if he
Yes.
hits the mark. I'm actually considering
I
that it
think
might be a
it's
Zil.
Lubu.
But it might be Lubu. Or it could be a lane.
No,
Could be a lane.
Oh,
Is it?
Oh.
I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, a the mark. Prediction God shut down. There we go. ArchAngel Super is going to be going out with an Elaine last pick. So with your bold predictions, let's go with KazeeB first. Who do you think is winning this game based on their comp?
10 seconds remaining.
You know, I like the comp of ArchAngel Super until they pick the Alien, because I don't really think Alien's really viable in terms of a like 5v5 clash. So I think I'd have to go with Fern and Friends in this one.
How about you, Leon?
Yep, same as I would go to Ferns and Fern, because we can see that Zata actually against Dane and Yena is pretty because Zata without ultimate is pretty empty actually. He cannot run, he don't have a mobility, and he's taking a flicker which is a consider is okay, but I would rather take sprint for Zata actually. But I would go for
Alright.
Fern.
Alright, so Fern and Friends, this might be a caster's curse, who knows? But both casters are going to be going with Fern and Friends taking this game. Let's wait and find out as Fern and Friends on the blue side go up against ArchAngel Super here on the red side. Final game of the evening, boys and girls. Good luck to both teams. Casters, take it away.
Thank you, Izaq. Here, guys, so just a quick roundup of the hero pool. Here in the blue side, we have Fern and Friends from the Philippines. We have the Crixie and Elendor, a Thane, a Yena, and a Wonder Woman.
Well, nice. In the red hand side, they have a Rector, Fennec, Elen, Zata, and also Kha'Zix. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. Well, we both predicted already which lineup we liked more, but let's see how both of these teams are gonna rotate around the map. For now, we do see that our Fern and Friend side, they're really focused on keeping any aggression from ArchAngel Super into invading their jungle. They want to fast clear this mid lane, while the rest of the members of ArchAngel Super just focus more on just vision for their team in general. Which, well, for now, nothing's really gonna happen. Everyone's gonna be passive for this moment since very early in the game, it's really waiting game. Yeah, it's a waiting game.
Yeah, but we can see that only Richter have a Mark of Frost, which is pretty good for a Richter, but let's just see into the mid here.
Yeah, we get a knock up onto the Zata. He's getting so much damage from our Fern and Friend side, but he does survive and is able to go back to his base. But we see a quick rotation from Fern and Friends. They're trying to go for this Richer, but he's very mobile. He's able to escape the onslaught. But is he aware that there are 3 people here in this area? I think he is, because he already spotted out that Crixie there. The Wonder Woman, I don't know if he's baiting or what, but there are 4 members of Fern and Friends here in the bottom side trying to set up something here. They're trying. I don't think they're going to be able to take this Richer, so they just fast clear the bot lane and go directly to the mid.
Yep, that is true, but we can see that the Crixie have lost a minion wave there, so that's not going to be good for income otherwise, but we can see here a mid engagement.
Yeah, right now we see that our Fern and Friends are very aggressive in trying to poke out ArchAngel Super, but they're a 5-man team right now, and their sights are set onto the first Abyssal Dragon, and they do securely take it with a little attempted contest from Fern and Friends, but unfortunately they weren't able to steal it.
Yeah, that is true. So right now they have to get back to the lane. They have to farm because Friends and Friends are having a bit of trouble otherwise into the money. But we can see onto the mid and engagement.
Yeah, we know this Kha'Zix getting caught out by the Yena and the Thane as well as the Kha'Zix, but he's still able to survive with the sliver of health because of the shield that these skills provide, and as well as, well, the Zata was just closely nearby to just help out, poke out the enemy team there.
Yeah, try to poke out, just try to trade damage, but we can see that the Crixie is still mid, actually. It's pretty confusing. They both have Crixie and Crixie.
Yeah, I've casted so many games with Crixie and Kha'Zix. It's like so difficult to, cast, but you have to try your best. You do see, the Kha'Zix is very aggressive, providing vision and trying to set something for his team. Unfortunately, he hasn't been able to set a really, really perfect set so far since it's only been 3 minutes to the game. But we do see a lot of rotations from both teams. They're already around this mid-tier tower, but they're here in the position in the bot lane. The Thane is able to get a little bit from ArchAngel Super, but there's so many people from ArchAngel Super here in the bot lane. But our Fern and friends are also here to provide some backup, but there's just little damage coming from Fern and friends that they just can't outburst our ArchAngel Super team. But the Elendor is able to secure a kill onto the Zada at the end of there. I think that was like a 2 for 2.
2-4. Yeah,
Not-
actually, it's a pretty good actually. Pretty good actually.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good engagement by the team ArchAngel. They caught Friends and Friends where they're in the choke point, which is a pretty good position for them to engage. They are pretty confident enough, and they go in and they did manage 2 kills at least.
Oh no, unfortunately we do see that the KazeeB was ganked upon by 4 members of Fern and Friends, and with that they do secure the second Abyssal Dragon of the game. Although that was just a KazeeB, it's not going to be that difficult for Fern and for ArchAngel Super to get back from that. We see that while that was happening, our Fennec was busy stealing the Sage buff away from our Elendor, and he got it, and he's really poked out the Yena out of the lane, and the Elaine has now arrived here just to help the Fennec from any onslaught the Elendor or the Thane are going to try to provide for their team.
Yep, that is true, because Fennec needs a little bit of help on the members because they don't have any visions. In order to Fennec to farm safely, they have to get, you can see at the bottom lane engagement. Oh, almost.
Yeah, almost here. But here in the middle lane, they get a nice hatch onto the Pixie, and they just secure the kill onto that. Only the Thane here is left. A little life only. Is he gonna go down? Yo, he won't. He survives with a sliver of health. The Yena has just arrived here. The Elaine has used his ultimate, and the Wonder Woman is now here. This is a 3v2. Are they gonna secure these 2 kills? Yes, ArchAngel Super, but a lot of kills there. I think they got a 4 kills from that team
4
fight.
kills. Yep, it's actually a good engagement. It's a choke point, another choke point, and be made by the ArchAngel, so that the Friends have to fall back. They have no choice, but still, the bottom tower will be taken down by Fennec.
Yeah, very objective. This ArchAngel Super team. When they try to engage clashes, there's always one person who's getting an objective, either trying to steal a buff, getting a tower, or just plain trying to poke out any members they can. And the Elaine is a little too low right now, but they have switched lanes already in the map. The Richer is now on top, as well as the Elendor, and the Yena. The Yena's still there, but the Richer has been caught out. Will he die? No, the ultimate of the KazeeB saves him there. What a nice use of his ultimate. That's why KazeeB is also one of the prioritized supports in this meta right now.
That is true, and also the help from the Victor passive really helps him run away because he's at the river at that moment. But still, he did manage to survive, and also KazeeB just in time to open out the ultimate, trying to save him. Here we can look at the bottom lane.
Yeah, we get a lot of poke from the Elendor to the Elaine, and he has to head back now. I think it's been like a lot of scenarios for the alien in this game, and that's exactly why I really not a fan of this hero when it comes to 5v5s. He's struggling in almost every lane. But here in the top lane, we do see that our Fennec was able to push this top tier for top 1 pick, and they get the pick off onto the Yena as well with the help of the KazeeB. The KazeeB is really doing so much for ArchAngel Super here. But on the bot lane, they get the Fern and Friends gets a kill onto the Richer and the first tower, their first tower of the game. But our Fennec was able to push a second tier in the top as well.
Well, actually, that's not a good trade, but Ote and Saita did manage to get a tower. It's a pretty good thing, actually. They both really synchronized to each other. You know, when a marksman and support synchronize pretty well, they will play the game pretty well as well. So let's just see onto the side here. Sai having a bit of trouble poking onto the Zata here.
Yeah, I think that the Thane is a little struggling with their composition right now. He's having a difficult time because he doesn't know he's gonna protect. We get an ultimate from the Zata. He's immune. He gets a lot of poke onto Fern and friends, and they will disengage as they are not complete here. But in the top lane, we do see that the Wonder Woman is trying to go 1v1 in the Elaine, and the Elaine again forced against his tower yet again here. But Fern and friends, are they gonna try to contest the taking of this red buff by the Fennec? No, they are not. They are focused on a different objective, which is the Dark Slayer. They are taking it with ArchAngel Super. No, not even knowing they were in that area. What a good play.
Actually a good strategy from the team, First and Frank, because the Yena just show up face to the mid, just trying like, oh, okay, we are not doing, and we are just hiding. We are not doing Dark Slayer. So it's a pretty good strategy from the team, Ferns and Friend, but we still got to see the goal lead here. The goal lead almost like few hundreds, but still they still can catch up for this match.
Yeah, what Fern and friends needs to do, they really need just an ideal setup here. But we do see ArchAngel Super trying to gank onto the Yena, and the Yena is dead in that clash, as well as the Thane. There's just so much burst damage, and the setup from the Crisix doing wonders for our ArchAngel Super team. And with that, they secured the 4th Abyssal Dragon of the game. No contest, and they're so very aggressive for the side of ArchAngel Super. They go right into the tower using the ultimate of the Elaine to do a little bit of poke damage, and they kill the Drake right away. They only sacrifice the life of the Zara for a lot of health bars, very low on the side of Fern and friends. Only the Wonder Woman is alive to defend this, but the rest of the members are now alive. I think they need to disengage. Are they gonna disengage this? No, they're gonna try to force this fight. Are they gonna get the kill on the Fennec? Fennec still living, but with the Wonder Woman getting a lot of CC onto that Fennec, secures the kill. Only the rest of the 2 members from ArchAngel Super, though, are able to survive that clash. Unfortunately for the Fennec, though.
Yep, that is true, but I think ArchAngel did a little bit of mistake. They're trying to overextend without any minions. That's actually is pretty small mistakes. But still, instead of getting the mid, right, instead of forcing in T5, why not ArchAngel going to the jungle? You know, just trying to get the jungle so that the enemy team won't get any goals. But still, they did. Friends and Friend did manage to get some little bit of kills. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, and when you really look into the goal of both junglers, they're very near each other in all honesty. So this is good. It's gonna be anybody's game. It just really depends on who will kind of choke in the next clash. They have to be able to play safe and make sure that they take a clash that they can, depending on what team you're on. We do see that here in the mid lane, we get something. We get a kill onto the Eladar, as well as there's so much burst damage coming from ArchAngel Super. The ultimate from the Zata just did wonders for them, and the Fennec as well. There's just too much poke damage and burst damage from the Zata and the Fennec as well. And they were 4v5 there, and they just really dominated that clash. That was a good set for the Crisix there. The Crisix has now used his ultimate. The only member from Fern and Friends still alive is the Thane. Is he gonna be able to defend this tower? There are 5 members from ArchAngel Super here, very aggressive. They're gonna try to get a kill onto the Thane. Are they gonna get that kill? Are they gonna tower lock? Are they gonna secure this game? And they do. What a nice show for both teams, but congratulations to ArchAngel Super for securing the win.
Congratulations to both the team. It's pretty nice engagement. The tables has been turned. Actually, we are pretty sorry for our prediction.
Yeah.
But still, Elaine is pretty OP in team fight, especially late games. In early game, you can see that Elaine is like so weak. He's pretty slow in clear waving, but still late game, he's pretty dominating in the match.
Yeah, and let's ask a little bit of short analysis from Izaq.
I'm a little disappointed. I thought my casters would have my back and would actually predict it well. Man. But nonetheless, really well played from ArchAngel Super. I think that's the first time I've seen an Elaine be successful, right?
Yeah.
That was some good Elaine plays coming in, and I feel like they were just really overwhelming in their rotations. the way that they played that final fight, the push strat there, and then immediately using their target priority to take down the Ilander immediately, that practically took the cake there. But with that being said, congratulations to ArchAngel Super going on to the next round. Of course, Fern and Friends not out of the woods yet. They're still going to be playing in the lower bracket and find a way back towards this event. But for now, we're going to be wrapping up with the stream here. So before we go, we would like to thank the major sponsors of the Kaisaya Community Cup: Garena AOV Indonesia, Satis Philippines, Richard Tyers from Scotland, S-Rank Gaming, Arthelian Gaming as well. A big thank you to these sponsors. Without you guys, this event would not be as successful. So a big shout out to these major sponsors. And of course, to all of the viewers that watched this evening, a big thank you to all of you as well. Please wait for the announcement after the stream where we would be showing the winner of the 500 voucher giveaway. But for now, this is Izaq Plays. Joining me is Leon from the Valley Esports Association. Of course, KazeeB. We will be seeing you guys on the next day in the Kaisaya Community Cup.